Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. That's slowly starting to feel more normal to say. I'm gonna have to constantly look down like this at my mic too to make sure that it's still on because I will be paranoid if it turns off. Okay, sorry, we had a quick interruption, but like I said, today is a video that's kind of just so exciting. Today I'm going to share with you guys as you may or may not know. Actually, you probably don't. No, you do. I don't know. But I got married in August 3rd. So 2 days ago. Oh, yeah, 2 days ago was me and my husband's 6 month wedding anniversary. I want to celebrate every single moment I get to, and that's a moment that I get to celebrate. So I'm going to celebrate it. I definitely want to share something that I learned over these 6 months. Even coming into marriage, there were so many times I heard people saying, like, the first year is the hardest year, and all these negative things about the first year. And I feel like we have done relatively well compared to all the things that I have heard about this first year situation. I feel like we've done great. So, and I thank the Lord for that. I know that's all by his doing. So I was like, let me share the things that I learned in my first 6 months of marriage, and maybe other people can relate, or people are getting married and you might be watching this and you're like, oh, I never thought about that. Let me think about that. Or you might have got married at the same time as me and we're kind of on the same page and we can connect on some of the stuff that I've learned that you also might have learned. Or you literally are single and you just want to know, and that's perfectly fine too. It's for everybody can watch this video. Also, tell me why my grandma watched. Obviously my grandma's like my number one supporter, and she was like, I love the videos, only thing is that you need to stop chopping off the top of your head. And I'm like, okay. Now my head is completely in frame, thank you. This one's for her. Anyways, I was like, okay, let me do 6 things for the 6 things I've learned in the first 6 months of marriage. And I'm so excited. So let's just get right into them. And also, I'm going to share them in no order, like they're all as equally as important as the next. But I will say the last one that I'm going to share is one that I really, really love. All of these things are very different from when you're dating someone, especially I can say in my experience, even just talking to guys. Yes, you're gonna probably see these things in dating, especially if you're dating someone for a super long time or something. But and of course you can apply them to your dating situation, but I personally think these are perfect for being married. These are things that are really gonna come through when you say those vows. You know what I'm saying? Oh, come here, come in the camera, say hello to the people. Okay, oh, what you got to say? Okay, goodbye. Thank you so much for that. So let's just get right into it. Number one, identify your problems and negative characteristics. This is something that I feel like everyone should take the time to identify with themselves. But in a marriage, I feel like you can truly knock out so many battles by knowing how you are as a person. You don't identify those and really strive to fix them or even just know them about yourself, you will make your partner suffer. You also are just lacking self-awareness. I think you cannot lack self-awareness in a marriage because you're supposed to be showing up as your best for your person. So I'm just going to give an example of myself because I don't have a problem doing that. Something about me is I am super, not OCD. I just like things done a certain way. And it's not like if they're not done my way, I'm gonna be mad, but I might be a little kind of rude, I guess you could say. But not on purpose at all. But I know that that is something that I do. In those moments, I remember that. Harm, don't do that because that is what you do. But if I didn't know that about myself, I would allow myself to then be rude to my husband about certain things when he's just doing what is normal, and I just like to do extra in certain things. You just have to identify the things about yourself and be able to know them so that you do not like project what is negative about yourself onto your partner when they don't deserve that, because they literally didn't do anything, you did. Be able to know when you're the problem. If you can't know that you're the problem, how is the problem going to get fixed? I say all this to say, identify your problems and negative characteristics and be able to know when they show up, how might they show up, um, and fix them. Fix them too. Don't just like allow yourself to sit in them because you want to. Oh, one of my biggest pet peeves in this world, this doesn't even have anything to do with marriage, but one of my biggest pet peeves in the world is when people say, I'm only human. I'm only human. Like, I'm just a human. I'm doing the best I can. I'm human. Don't try to use being a human as an excuse for yourself to be a bad person. Like, that really needs to die. A lot of people use that as an excuse to not walk in the fullness that the Lord has. Use that as an excuse to sin. And I think it's absurd. I think people need to stop saying that, because I hear that all of the time. Like, I'm just a human. Like, I'm doing the best I can. I'm human. Like, okay, you're human, but the Lord died on the cross for your sins so that you can live in the fullness of life. So drop that. Stop that immediately. But anyways, I'm getting off track. My second one I named is to be selfless. And this just stands alone. It is so important to be selfless in a marriage. I think it's honestly the most important thing. Yeah, I might give it number one. Well, they're all number one. But being selfless, I don't even know how to I don't really feel like I need to explain that one any further. To put that other person before yourself, to put them before yourself, especially in my generation, with like the culture that social media brings, and like the way that people are so self-absorbed. I think it's scary because being married, you literally need to stop that immediately. I think also some people, it just clicks where it's like, I know what marriage looks like in my head, but I don't think everyone thinks of marriage the same. I am making a promise to this person, to my husband, and like, I want to do this life with him, like, to death do us part. Like, quite literally, I am holding on to you for the rest of my life. But I don't know if everyone thinks the same in that. I just think you have to be super selfless. You have to put that person before yourself, and you have to constantly make that promise, and constantly be conscious of, are you being selfish, or are you being selfless, or are you being selfish? So next one I have, learn how to love your person. Learn how to love your person. And then I put in parentheses, love language. I feel like a lot of the time, and I always see like little reels about this too, and they'll be like, what do you love about your person? And they're always like, I love how they make me feel. I love how they encourage me. I love how they support me. And these are all great things. All great things. But you still didn't quite answer what you loved about your person. You can love how they help you. You can love how they support you. You can love how they compliment you. But do you love the person? Do you love them? What do you love about them? And I feel like a lot of the time, like, you ask people that and they don't know. Like, they really don't know. And then, like, just as important, how do they like to be loved? Not how do you want to love them and how do you want to love others. How do they like to be loved? Like, you are serving, you are giving to them. Okay, you are serving your spouse, you are loving on them. So how do they like to be loved, not how do you want to love them? I feel like this is so important, and I learned this so heavily because I think you can come into things thinking like you're going to do what you have in your mind for how you think they would love to be loved, if that makes sense. But I personally think that's like really just our own minds and how we want to be loved. But I quickly found how my husband loves to be loved, and it's actually so much more simpler than I was thinking. Like, it's literally down to the little things. for my husband specifically, every single person in this world is different. Every man is different. Every woman is different. So everyone is going to be different. You know what I mean? But you have to know your person and you have to know how they love to be loved and go with that, like full fledged in that. Stop trying to sprinkle your own things in it that are, yet again, I feel like are selfish because like they don't even like that. I think so easily because we grow up like waiting for marriage and we love the idea of marriage and we're excited to be married and all the things, that you take all of these ideas that you held in your head for so long and then you try to like do all these things, but like is that even what your person loves? You know, like it's fine to have the what is the word I'm looking for, imagination of what you want your marriage to look like and like how you, that's how you communicate to your person how you want them to love you. But when it comes to you loving on them, like actually love your person, not the fantasy of which you think marriage is. And I feel like that has to be super separate because I, even coming into marriage, like you always kind of think about like, oh, this and this and this. You know, you have your own ideas of how your marriage will be and everything. And I feel like most of that stuff is there that I like grew up thinking, but also like some of it is completely not. And then a whole bunch of it is not even something I thought of that I absolutely love, that I never even thought about in a marriage. So you just have to like live your reality, you know, live in the marriage that you are living in and don't try to make it something else, but like love your person and love them how they want to be loved, and make sure you really know them, like know them in full capacity, because I feel like, yeah, anyways, let's move on. I'm yapping about that one. I feel like I went all over with that one, but it's okay. This is a great one. Number 4, remain calm and listen. This one completely changed a lot for me and my husband. I completely learned from him. Like all credit for this one is to him for that. Um and this is kind of, I don't know, like this one I only know how to really answer like personally, but in terms of my husband, he is one of the most calm souls I know. He is so calm. He's so gentle with me. And when you have that, you realize, like, oh my gosh, what are we arguing about right now? Like, a sense of calmness changes a whole trajectory of of an argument. Like, if y'all just, I literally promise you, if you just remain calm in times of course, in every relationship there will be arguments. To kill arguments, this is the literal killer for an argument, because at the end of the day arguments are like just anger and hate, like evil. They're not from God. Like, so they can be dealt with. You can kill an argument. I tell you, like, this is the recipe. Okay, at least I hope, I can't say for everyone because like obviously can't say that, but definitely for me and my husband. So I know there's other people out there too. The recipe for killing any argument is to remain calm and listen. Like, I'm telling you, it literally dies. Also, with a hint of always remembering that you guys are on the same team and you're just arguing about whatever, like the situation, like you're against the situation and not each other. Yeah. And then listen. This is such a simple one that's like makes so much sense, that we literally learned in like first grade, and that's just simply to listen. But I feel like even as people, pass away, like they go out this world not knowing how to truly listen to people. And I feel like no matter what stage of life you're in, you can always get better at listening. Depending on your partner, like it can get easier and easier with if they're teaching you stuff too. But this whole department of like remaining calm and listen, like this is Dylan's thing. Like I learned so much from him on like just handling confrontation of any sort with anybody. Don't think about what you want to say. Stop thinking about what you want to say. It all goes back to being selfish, honestly. Like marriage is just it's a team. And if you're selfish, how are you going to be a good player? How are you going to be a good teammate? I didn't even write this down, but this is something that we do that also helps so much. This is all in the recipe for how to kill an argument. cooking, just cooking, okay? If you hold hands during an argument, oh my gosh, killer. It's a killer for an argument. It's a killer. Hold hands during an argument, like you literally, you can feel the argument just leaving the situation. And it's like, oh, like, and half the time, y'all, and like I said, I'm speaking for myself. I literally, and him, I'm speaking for both of us, we don't even be mad for real about nothing. Like once you hold hands, remain calm, and just listen, it's like, oh, like my problem was this small compared to the situation that I'm talking about is this big, and like all I wanted was something this small. Number 5 is treat them as special as they are every day. Consistency is key. And then I said, don't make your person suffer because of how you feel. My personal opinion, I cannot stand when people are not consistent in their actions in a relationship. I think inconsistent people who like wake up every day and you get a new them, like, oh my gosh, that would drive me insane. Like, treat your person as special as they are every day. Now, personally, this isn't something I ever feel like, because like every day I'm like, oh, to be in love, you know? But I feel like it's a thing that could happen, especially being married. So that's why I'm talking on it. Show up for them every day. I think it should be like the whole 50-50 thing. No, like 100 and 100 every day. You putting in your full every day. And that doesn't mean you like can't have a bad day. Of course you can have a bad day. But I think if you're having a bad day, maybe don't do something that like that day that you're having a bad day, don't do something with them all day and then they have to suffer because you have a bad attitude, or like because you're mad, they have to have a bad day. And a lot of the time when you're with your person, I mean, especially in a marriage, you're so tied. Like you're tied to each other. Um, I feel like, you can feel that. Like when your partner is upset, you get upset. When your partner is sad, you get sad. So I don't think it's right to make your partner kind of suffer because of your own actions. And I think, that's a part of just being grown up. Like, don't act like that. Don't make your person suffer because of how you feel. And if you're having a bad day, definitely tell them about that. Tell them that you're not feeling your best and that, you might want to go to the gym by yourself that day, or you might want to go on a walk by yourself. You might want to go get some coffee by yourself to kind of get yourself together. But I don't think you should take all that out on your person. Or if you have a stressful job, don't go to work, show up your best to all the people out there, and then come home and not give your partner the best, because they deserve that best of you just as much as everyone else that you saw that day did. So be consistent and never forget the blessing that they are in your life. And I recently saw this somewhere about like maybe like 2 months ago. I saw this somewhere. I don't remember where I saw it. I should have wrote it down or something. But if you can die for them, you can blank for them. Mm, 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 mm. And this has been a key for me. Like, don't say that you could die for them and you would do all this stuff for them if you won't even do the things that you can do while you're alive for them. If you can't live for them, how you gonna die for them? You know what I'm saying? If you're not even capable of fixing a situation or fixing something about yourself that's not right, that you're treating them, that they communicated that to you, like how could you feel like you could die for them? I don't know. I just feel like that's so good. I absolutely love that one. Um I have definitely been like constantly living by that, even down to like the simple things, like the simple things. And don't forget that. Like these are constant everyday things that you think about until it becomes muscle memory. And this is just 6 months into our marriage of literally forever. So I'm loving it. I'm loving what I've learned. I love learning things and like getting better as a person. I love being a wife. I absolutely love being a wife. Like it's so fun, dude. There's so many things. It's so much different than being in relationships and like dating and stuff like that. It's so much different. And yeah, but I also wanted to just touch on, you know, finding a partner. It's so important, y'all. Like, please, 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 find the right partner for you, because find the right partner for you. Because I truly believe that there is like the person for you. And especially now that I'm married, I'm like, I hear even like talking to other married people who've been married for years, or people who recently got married. I'm like, oh my gosh, like I truly have my partner. And it's like, I don't think it would be as easy as it is without being the right person. I don't think it would be as flowing as it is without it being him. And I don't think it would be right without it being him. So yeah, I think really, really, and I definitely one day want to share the story of me and my husband, like our story, because it is absolutely insane. It's absolutely insane, literally. Like, so let me know if you guys do want a story time of like how we met, how everything, because it's good. I ain't gonna lie to you, it's good. Guys, my voice is like going away. I don't know what's going on, but I think just on top of all of that, because I always gotta bring it full circle. Biggest thing, biggest thing. All of these things are, first of all, fruits of the spirit. Literally, all six things are fit under the categories of love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, and faithfulness, and self-control. Being filled with the Holy Spirit will give you these fruits. You need the fruit. You gotta bear the fruit. If you don't got the fruit, I don't even know, girl, because ain't nothing to keep you from self-control if you don't got the fruit. Like, how you gonna have self-control without the fruit? You need the fruit. Bear the fruit. Get in the word. Bear the fruit. Even meeting my husband, he really showed me the fruit of gentleness and self-control, um, and kindness, and definitely love. So, and joy, and peace, and patience, and kindness. You gotta make sure you pick someone who is bearing that fruit. Keeping the Lord at the center of your relationship, both running after Jesus so that you can be closer. I love this image. If I find it, I'll put it up. But it's the image of when you both run to Jesus, you're both also getting closer together. And it is truly, truly looks like that. So run after Jesus. He will guide you. He will allow you to have a faithful, full, abundant marriage. And I think always just keeping him at the center will help with that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe so you can see more of what I'm going to do and all the things I have planned, because I have so many things planned for this channel. I'm just loving it. I'm loving being a YouTuber. I'm currently, well, I need to stop this accent. I love making videos. It's so fun. In my doing this for all of 2026, this is month 2, and I love it. I must say, I love it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next Sunday. Bye bye, bye bye, bye bye. Jesus loves you. He loves you so. He loves you so.